Sup guys, it's your boy, the Big Loser, back here with a new video. And today I'm gonna be doing a new sort of video. This is what if Issei was betrayed. And in this, Issei's gonna get betrayed, as I said in the original. And for you guys that don't know who Issei is, he's typically this kid. And he has the Red Dragon, the Red Dragon Emperor's boosted gear, and he is a pawn in a check in a. Never mind. Let me not explain that. So he's the main protagonist of a show called High School DxD, and he's a pervert. When he grows up, he wants to be the harem king when he grows up, or when he masters his power. So there's these people in his his club that help him, like Ria's Grimmery, Akuno, and Asuna, and Konica, and Kiba. I'm not mentioning all their names because my brain's a little fuzzy. So I'm just gonna explain to you why he's gonna get wait what I'm confused. Why did this bug out? I'm sorry guys for my my thing. And the way he's gonna get betrayed is, so his mother and father, while they're sitting in their mansion, they see that they walk into his room and they see him masturbating. And they're like, you live in a house with multiple girls and you're still a pervert? They both say. They said, we're both disowning you. And because Riaz and Asuna are not in his room right now, they're in their rooms for the night. And they said, we're disowning you. You're too much. We can't handle you anymore, they say. And then they say, get out the house. And he says, what? But this is... And they say, get out, screaming at him. And he just gets kicked out. Riaz and Asuna and all the people in her barrage or her club gets up. And then they're like, they all have a meeting. They see that Issei is not awake. So they all have a meeting about how that Issei's been a pervert for way too long. Even though he saved Riaz's life, he's still a pervert. Oh, I know what's making it happen. I keep doing that, and it's making it do that. I'm sorry, guys. I keep trying to reload it. And they're like, well, he's too much of a pervert and it can't stand any longer. And they talk about it. And they tell his parents. And they said, good timing, we actually kicked him out. And they're like, perfect. We don't have to explain any bad things to him. And the half-breed vampire is kind of feeling bad because he wanted to achieve Issei's goal with him, but now he's gone. And he's kind of sad. And Asuna is sad too, because he's the only reason why she's alive and why she's actually happy. And now she's like and then she's kind of depressed, but not anymore. She's like, he kind of deserved it. but and he's like, when he goes to the RC, they say you're not in our club no more, and he's like, what? Riaz, did you just forget? I saved your life. And she's like, oh, well, you're too much of a pervert for me and everybody in here. You're violating our space. And this is where he's like, so they were in. And he's like, okay. And then Dreg talks to him and says, kid. He's like, kid, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I'm perfectly fine. Him lying to Dreg, and he's like, do you know where Big Red is? Him walking, and he says, before I go, and he says, I have a crazy idea. And Dreg says, what is it? My chess pieces. I'm gonna take them out. And he says, all those pawns, they might kill you, but you need to promise that you'll revive me. You have enough strength to revive me, and I'll end my life as a demon. And he's like, okay. And then this is where issei stabs himself with his hand and starts picking out the chess pieces one by one. And right now he's very angry about what Riaz did. And he's like, ah! And blood's coming out his mouth and his chest, and he pulls all I think it's 8, all 8 of the pawns out of 10 of the pawn pieces out, and he throws them on the ground. And you know what he does? He grabs, because there was some scarf. Like, there was some box for homeless people where you pick up some scarves and warm clothes, and he took those and set them on fire. And the ashes were there, and he just walked away. And he says, well, Riaz, on a piece of paper that's hanged up there, well, Riaz and all my classmates, this is exactly what you want. Because I forgot to mention that when he got kicked out, everybody in the school, even his best friends, said, oh, you stupid loser. But his best friends were there, but everybody in the school hated him now. They didn't care about him, except for his best friends. So now, he walks away. And then Drake says, I can take you to the void. He says, well, go ahead. And then he's like this is only one-time thing, because one portal opened in issei's body. That only happens one every 1,000 years for one host. And it happened. So now, issei is now teleported there. And he sees Big Red, while Big Red's flying around. And this is where Big Red stops. Like, there's a little cliff that's big enough for him. So he just, gets in a Batman pose. Like, when Batman's on one of those statues, he's like that. Like, kind of like a Spider-Man. He sits like that with his wings out. Now, slowly closing backwards. And he says, now, what do I owe this great visit? He's like, Big Red, I want you to train me. He's like, wait, what? Kid, do you know what you just asked me? Yeah. I don't care if it's brutal or anything. I want you to train me and give me some of your power. And he says, kid, I don't understand why you want me to train you. But if it's something important, I'll do it. Since you hold, I'm just going to say Drag is his son. A part of me within you. So, and he's like, wait, kid, I'm about to put a lot of my power into you. Like, there's only going to be 1% of my power left. of me and the outside. You know what? Never mind. I'm putting all my power into you. And Drag says, wait, that can almost kill him. No, it won't. My power will restrict itself from killing anybody. Its host. So, kid, I'm gonna be able to talk to you just like Drake does. But you'll gain exponential powers from me. And I want you to do it I want you to use my power to your heart's content. And he says, well, yes. He just pours all his power into him. And this is where issei falls to one knee. It's like I'm slowly breathing. Now he feels all the power. He looks at his hands and he sees how much power he contains. He's like, Big Red, Drag. And now he has two sacred gears, Big Red and Drake. And he says, Big Red, Drake, can you hear me? And they both say yes. What should I do to train? Since in here, times move faster, and what you would say in Outworld. So, I would be training you for 2 millenniums. Your body and mind won't change, but your mind will change. You'll be much smarter, much faster, and probably on the level of all the gods and Satan combined, all the demon kings and all the gods combined. And he says, okay. So this is where they begin their training. And Riaz and her club members find the ashes, and everybody in the school finds it. And they're all like, we did this? He killed himself, committed suicide because of us? And Riaz is like, all of his chess pieces. He ripped them out. He ripped all his chess pieces out. And then she's almost about to cry. And now she realized that if it weren't for his perfidy, he would have lost against her. And everybody in the club realized that he's the one that saved them 1,000,000 times over. And what have they done to him? Kicked him out? And we fought. And they're like, what? And they're like, and they all feeling bad. Everybody in school like, and this is where Satan sees all of this. He's like, my daughter, my own sister is capable of this. She loved him, only to stab him in the back. Even I won't do that. And I'm Satan for crying out loud. This is just sad. And then he's like, I'm paying a visit to Earth. And this is where Satan pops up on Earth. And he's like, dear sister, I have now seen what you have done. And I must say, you're just disgusting. And she's like, and Riaz is like, what? He's a pervert. But his pervinity is the one that saved you. He even traveled to the void just to save you. He was first powerless, but he channeled all that power just for you. You twisted up buffoon. I can't believe you're my sister. I won't even do this. This is just stupid. And then, Konako steps in, and I will not allow you to talk to my best friend, and especially you. He accepted you for who you were, a hybrid between a demon, a human, and a devil, a human, and a fallen angel, and that's how you pay him. And Asuna, isn't he the one that freed you? He even went to the lengths to go to sacrifice himself for you. And one more thing, Kiba, didn't he teach you something? I forgot some of their names. Demon turned the girl that was first, but not Asuna. The girl that a knight. She's a knight, but she was first an angel. Now she's now a demon, a devil. And he's like, you, especially you keep spamming him about making babies with you. His seed. I feel disgusted by you guys. I can't even. What? And he threw up on the ground. That's how disgusted he was. You see what you did? I'm so disgusted by your presence. Made me throw up. Speaking of Dad, this school is no longer yours. I'm giving it to the student body president. But disgust me. And he just go, and he goes back to hell. And Riaz is feeling so bad, not for issei, for herself. And then she's like, why am I feeling bad for myself? He is right. And this is where issei comes out from all that training, and he's like, I'm back. And this is as soon as he lets all of his power run out. He's like, and everything just pushed back. That's how powerful he is. And Riaz, everybody in the Parage, even the Satans, and everybody, even gods feel this. And he's like, I said gods, not God. Even gods feel this, and he just walks, cracking the earth as he walks. He says, I'm back, in sort of twisted tone. And this is where he teleports. Let's say he has his armor on, so, and it's kind of it's not red. It is red, but no one can see, thinks it's him, because they know Issei's power, and that's nothing like Issei. And he just pops up. He's like, may I request to this is just a play. May I request to see Issei Hyodo, my brother? And they're all like shocked. Issei Hyodo? And he's like, why do you need Issei Hyodo? He's my brother, and I would love to see him, because I've been in the void, and I guess we've seen each other. My name is Big Red, and I'm his brother. He doesn't know it yet, but I am his brother. I would like to speak to him. And they say, he's dead. What? And he screams, what? And everybody there says, and they're like, everybody pops up there. Everybody's like, where's Issei Hyodo? Where is my brother? He shouts. And they're like, he's dead. Because of who? He shouts. They're like, he died. We don't know how. this is a lie. And they see him. In that case, where can I find his body? There is no body. It's just ashes. He was burned to death. And issei is kind of enraged that they said they didn't know anything about his death. And he's like, "Den, where is my brother? I would like to see him. It's been a long, long time." I guess my brother's dead. Do you know any place where I can stay, perhaps? Because I do not want to be here. You're like, "You can come to our place. You can sleep in Issei's bedroom." And this is how Issei looks like right now. Let me find the picture again. It's how he looks like. He's like, I guess so. So where is he? So where's his bedroom? I mean, and they take him there, and he walks into the house, into his bedroom. No one questions him, and he goes into his bedroom. He's suppressing his power, but his power is a lot. So everybody hears him crying. He's like, "Issei, why did you have to leave me?" Him pretending. And Big Red and Drake like, "Good job. I never knew you had this much acting skills." When you're stuck in a void for a millennia or two, you pick up stuff. They're like, "I guess you learned from the champ," they both say. And he's like, "Issei, how could you leave me?" And this is where Ria's Grimoires walks in. And she's like, "It's okay. He's somewhere good now." He's like, "May you please leave my room. I want to grieve." And then she's like, "Okay." And then he falls asleep crying. Like he like summons some water, and he pours some like itty bitty teardrops on the bed. So it seems he's crying. Right now he still has his armor on. Or he has it off. And right now he's muscular. So no one can tell the difference. And this is where he goes to bed, and Riaz moves his bed and replaces it with a new one so she can be on it. So she goes on the bed naked, and then she's lays right next to Issei. And then when Issei wakes up, he sees Riaz naked. Usually he would be happy, but then he pushes her off. He's like, "Get off me. Get off this bed, you cretins," he says. And then Riaz wakes up, and she's like, wait, what's happening?" She says, "Get off my bed." "Why were you on my bed? Why were you on my bed?" And she's like, "But I was just trying to shoot in the mood." Because in Ria's mind, she wants him to be in her barrage and her to get a strong member, so he would never defy her. And she would have a strong asset. And you know that move Issei uses where he can tell about a woman's, tell, it's like titty translation. So but he's not a perfect, but he still has the move. And then he hears her say, her titties are saying, "Oh, I just want him to be in my I don't know what you call it, but my pond." So absorbed all my pawns, so he can be on my team and he can absorb everything. And then this is where he says Ria's Grummery. My name is Issei Hiyoto, and I would also like to say, and she's shocked by him saying Issei Hiyoto, and I would also like to say, you had abandoned me and treated me like crap. After I saved you 1,000 times, now you want to recover my so-called brother, as I acted like my so-called brother. Now you want him to recall him just so you can have more power? Issei screams, "Whoa, that's not gonna happen." And he says, I guess. And he says, wait, she says, but how are you Issei Hiyoto? You remember that move? Titty translation? Where I can tell, just by titty, a breast movement, I can know what they're talking about? You buffoon. Whoa. I'm gonna join. Guess what? I'm gonna join the Chaos Brigade and destroy this world along with them. And she says, "Issei, no, don't you love me?" And he says, "Whoa," in a dark, twisted voice. And then Drake and Big Red come out. And the first is Drake, and Drake says, "Whoa, wait." Isn't Ria's Grummery begging for help? And Big Red says, "You lost your chance. You had deceived them, my host. Now get up my sight, you stupid devil." What do you... And this is where I'm going to wrap up the video for all of you guys. And I guess this is What If Issei Got Betrayed? Part 1. This is The Big Loser, signing off.